Okay, this is audio adjusting the game, or the Let's Player. And we're finally in the Choice of the Fog. There's an autosave here, although I haven't actually touched anything. Let's get back to the game. Now the audio should be similar as to, the audio of the game won't overpower the audio of the mic. I really probably should have made several test runs instead, but eh. Anyways, creepy dark forest. Here we have Dioran, Epheliel, Garrick, Hylas, and Jarek. There you go. Cold fog, that's thick. That's pretty much the classic indicator of dark magic. And definitely, no, it's not any kind of variety, so Garrick, we've been fighting undead for how many scenarios now? Alright, so we just need to cross the river, fight some inhabitants of this grim forest, and find a sage. Brave the perils. Under order of Sir Dioran. Sir Dioran, what do you say we do? I would say we scout for the Epheliel, make sure we don't miss anything. Sir Garrick, gonna have to move forward. Oh, this is good. This is good scouting right there. Alright, now we can call in some Elvish Rangers, they are loyal and strong. But there's a choice coming up, and I'm not so sure what to pick. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, but it should be coming up any moment during the 38 turns we have. Nothing else I can do for this first turn, so I'll leave it be. Head claims and villages, there's some fog of war. If you've noticed, before we could set an undo button, but now we can't unless I put in a delay shroud update. Which I won't, because, well, part of this game is accepting the consequences of your actions, no matter how stupid they are. And I figure I may as well stick with it. And I have a feeling that will bring me my doom sometime, somehow. I'm gonna call Merman Warrior. There's a whole lot of water in this level. We'll get our bowman back, or not. Merman Hunter, I'm not so sure about going him here yet. But we can get some cavalrymen. These peasants are just about useless in this situation. Resilient and strong versus resilient intelligent. I think I'll get resilient and strong. Leveling up right now isn't the priority. Priority here is moving this unit well forward, scouting out locations, and already we can see an encampment further ahead. Right mouse, bounce around. We're making the mic bounce around too. They'll move forward faster. They're a flying unit, and can therefore cover more ground. With Garrick, move forward along with our other peoples. Maybe moving on to shallow water was a mistake, maybe not. Either way, I can't do anything else about it now. Cavalry can still move forward very quickly though. We have plenty of gold, so now is not the time to feel too cramped by constraints of finance. So the cavalrymen would be very useful here. Taking in this intelligent and strong bowman isn't a very good combo actually. And I have a feeling that I'll get him because he's strong, but I can just recruit into spearmen if need be. And I think that should be enough people I'm running with. Like, we already have our tier 2 units up forward, including Sir Garrick and Bjorn. We have our Dragoon here, so he'll be good for just about everything, unless they have resistance to blades. And we can already see the enemy up ahead. As expected, it's undead. They'll need time to get towards us though, so we'll leave them there. It's folly to send over units without reinforcements, so that's something we're not gonna do. Everyone push on ahead. Merman over here, go into the water. bowman just to get ahead. But hit nighttime, so it's best not to engage with the enemy right now. The spearmen, it'll be a while before they get anywhere useful, but that's what the cavalry are for. I'll hold the line until then. These tier 2 are slowly pushing up. So Garrick, you still have the most HP, I think. No, you don't. You don't. It's not leadership. Trade, which isn't very helpful. We can explore this area over here, see if there are any villages. Then I move down over here. For now, I move back Jarek because I don't want to waste time with that duel. It's about to become nighttime, so I'd rather not fight. And now it's nighttime. Fog of War means playing around your vision. There is nothing of worth over here, I suppose. This merman can keep traveling down. Enemy units have been sighted. Bandits, who would have thought? But it appears that these are the ones that are fighting. Both chaotic types, so they're dealing both loads of damage to each other. Oh, a troll. Present over. Let's just make sure not admin. But we can definitely move up into territory. It's contested. That was a bad place to move a person. Should have done that. So Garrick, go over here. You have to up for the mistakes that I've made. Right, compensation. Move forward our primary tier 1 units. That was a really bad decision to have them formed up there. I should have just gotten more cavalry units or something. Any spearmen for. Although I don't see any skeletons. As you can see, these two enemy factions appear to be fighting each other. Bandits appear to be winning right now. Oh boy. Yeah, Minister Hylas is gonna have a bit of a task list on him right now. But we do have a Dragoon. It is very useful for nothing right now. Nothing right now. There we go. Forward our units, making sure that nobody's in trouble. I could send over the German to do more stuff over there, but I could also just send in Shade. And here we have another Urza brother. Heliel wants us to bring down these bandits, but he says we are not at fault. Well, he is at fault, but he is also trying to fix this stuff. So Mevrin taught them to summon the dead. There's a plot hole I can see here, but this is fantasy. Not only that, but this is a scenario fantasy. It's best to just accept it as a background dressing and move on. Although I guess immortality is... Then again, he's also an elf. Oh well. Difference between me and that elf though are too great because these guys are chaotic. They have advantages in the night. Not only that, but these are all impact damage. Yeah. And the elves are gonna whine. Rip. They've abandoned us, but now Urza will lead us out in their stead. Urza's troops cannot attack this turn. Oh, that's a shame. But the badly positioned troops that they have will not be able to help too much at the moment anyway. We'll send over people over here. We'll send over people over here. What am I saying? Send over people over here to deal with these creatures of the night. First positioning, then attacking. Let's see if I can get everyone in order. Shame that didn't work out very well, but I'm used to that. So Garrick is right beside Mr. Hyla, so it doesn't really matter if he gets hit. You're already hit, so it doesn't really matter if you get hit. Aririn, try not to get hit. There you go. That means we can now maneuver around here and take on the zombie on the other side. Soulless, I mean. Get some extra damage from Aririn, and we'll try and finish off the zombie with Plague, which has a Plague attack. There you go. We have a series of bandits over here, but I know that there's also undead which are gonna approach from the south over here. So I'll have to watch out for things on that end. Meantime, stationing people over here is an okay idea. Patrols are that way. My professional troops will have to hold out until then. This thug might have to be put back a bit. They let the troll take it. Not the best. There's Urza Aphalis. I shouldn't let him die. In fact, he'll be very useful once he levels up because he becomes... I don't know what feature it is actually. I've never gotten an outlaw to level up. I really hope my voice is recording well this time. I know that my voice was pretty messed up during the last recording whenever it became too quiet. Chocolate really screwed up my throat. Why am I blaming chocolate this time? Let's blame it on the microphone. Not really the best place for cavalry in this thick and dark forest, with barely any defensive cover, but we must make do with what we have. So Garrick understands this and will move forward. If I can get... Actually no, if I can get Erin some experience points, then that would be perfect. So I'm just going to... Second... Then why not? Try and strike down the zombie. Great one. And that makes the infantry commander level 3, which also gives leadership to Aririn. Fantastic. And you get more HP, which is great. So... Just take that, and it should be good enough. 68% chance to take down, plus a level up in probably the next combat with this zombie. That's great. It'll be fine. Mr. Hylas will be over here to safeguard our peoples and make sure they don't get. Make sure that they'll get better next turn. I might want to move these thugs back because they've been poisoned. I'll just retreat these thugs for now. Push up new thugs. And this footpad. This footpad can stay here for the moment. There, it's almost daytime and oh dear, there's a phone shooter. Hide in the forest where it's safe. This guy is pretty tough. 10 times 3 bow is nothing to scoff at. Meantime, cavalrymen, do your job. Yorin might be able to level up. Eventually. It'll be a while. Alright, pretty good, pretty good. Oh gosh. I should probably send people over there to safeguard that area. Over here we see a boatload of soulless and other undead, which is fantastic. We'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and put Helis over there. Shield bash to slow him down would be helpful. definitely be helpful. And I can afford to risk poisoning on here. On Morathir. This makes Erwin our first Royal Guard. Royal Guard are the final upgrade for Swordsmen, and they have a really good attack. 11 times 4. They can do a maximum of 44 damage in a turn. They do a lot. Compared to the relatively lackluster Pikeman who just gets an attack first bonus, this doesn't feel the same to upgrade to pikes. Can do here is use my crossbow. 3 damage without any possibility of returns. This footpad can do that too. This cavalryman can try to do the same thing but probably won't succeed. And there's a 50% chance that this guy goes down. Which is great. I could use my thugs to strike them down, but these thugs are in need of medical help. Over here, I'll have to try and stall by taking down the bone shooter somehow. I probably shouldn't have moved away Urza. He is likely one of the more competent people around. What I can do is... I can't do that. Chances are not good enough, I think. I can still damage him a little bit now. Or try damaging him a little bit. Sending forward troops just to reinforce this one cavalryman over here. And that should be it for this turn. Oh, this merman, I forgot to move him for quite a few turns. It's a shame. Alright. Doing so far. Doing good so far. Very good. Please don't mess up. Decent chance of taking that guy down, but that wasn't the case. This guy just refuses to die. No, none of the attacks hit him at all. Asshole. And even in our peoples, making sure that they have abilities, but not the force allowed over. Cavalryman over here might just prove to be their undoing. Let's not do that. Use a bow instead. Bow and footpads. Because they have range attacks. Right. If we use our sword though... God, this is terrible. Let's try not to get ourselves killed here. This one's for Hellas. Cure the Dragoon. He's too valuable to lose. And push forward the Royal Guard. That Royal Guard will be of great use. So, ranged attacks. Nothing. The melee attacks, please do something. That was barely anything. Wow, you guys are useless. You guys are actually useless. And 35% chance is not good enough for me to stake Bjorn's HP on. I will take this, Wow, this is a bad turn. This is a bad turn. Let me get some more people by Hellas, just to make sure. Alright. This looks about as good as I can make it. This footpad is trying to survive. Thug died. I could probably give Urza some more speed. The Dragoon is healed up. Ready to go. It's great. If only it actually people managed to actually hit things, that would be great. Should I give this guy a chance? Yeah, sure. I shouldn't have given her a chance.